Hi everyone, welcome. If you are new here, welcome back. If you are not, I thank you for returning. I have a color along today, or something of the sort, I suppose. This is Come Inside, a beautiful and easy coloring book by Necee Wells. On YouTube, she is known as the Dollar Diva 99 Arts and Crafts. I will link all her stuff down below. But she gifted me this page, and I thought it would be super fun to show how I color it online. I think sometimes, or I guess on video, I think sometimes when people see work that they are unsure of, it helps a little to see how other people do it, to decide if it is something you would be interested in. So I'm going to do a few different things on this page. I'm going to apologize right now for the small size. I tried printing it larger and my printer is just not cooperating. It came out blurry. And that is not Necee's work, that is my printer. I got it to print one time and I used it for a practice, and then, oh goodness, it's just been a day. It's like a Monday for me. So I'm going to go ahead and use a smaller one. Hopefully I've got you pulled down close enough you can still see everything going on. I'm going to use a little bit of everything, and we will get started. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take in a ruler, and I forgot to grab a pencil. So I'm going to find a pencil and I'm going to draw in my floor first. Now, if you're not into drawing or anything like that, you can simply just color it one color. You can add little squiggles for wood, whatever your heart desires. But for this kitchen page, I decided that I kind of liked the linoleum checker feel. So that is what I'm going to do. Now, I don't have a special ruler or anything, just something I stole from my children along the way. And it works great on these littler pages. I'm going to do, I think, a half. And I'm going to just start down the middle for to start with, and then kind of build off of that. So actually I think I'm going to go a little off to the side. So my square's middle. So I'm going to draw. This is my starter line, and hopefully you can still see. I got to turn it a little. I'm left-handed to go this way. And so I'm just going to kind of mark. And you want to draw real light, especially depending on what you are planning on going back in to do your floors with. I'm going to do it like this first. I think I might want bigger ones than I thought. Okay, so I'm going to put that right on there, and I'm going to mark right here. Okay. Sorry about that, her headphones came unplugged. Okay. So yes to all the mean comments. Yes, my children are here. No, they are not being neglected. But there may be some noise in the background every once in a while. Right under her foot. Alright, so we are just basing this in. Just so we have all our elements in. Now, like I said, if you're not into drawing, whatever, just color it one color. You can do wood. Wood floors would be pretty, or wood cabinets even would be pretty. That is what I like about interior design. It's really your style. You can't do it wrong. Okay, so I'm going to come off this last line I drew right here, and I'm going to line it up. I'm just going to mark these in. Hopefully I'm still on camera. Alright, so we're going to go this way. So I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, if you are into that kind of thing. Black Friday deals, whatnot. I did not do a whole lot. We just had a nice little family dinner type thing. I was supposed to be working on catching up on some projects, but I think I decided to take a nap on Thanksgiving for most of the day. Okay, so I'm going to turn this one more time. Sorry if I make you dizzy, but I'm going to go this way now, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to use this stove as my point, and it would help if I use the same side of the ruler here. And I am just going to kind of mark in where all these little are going to be. And we're going to line it up and draw across. And this is going to give us just a nice little checkered floor, linoleum, whatever you want it to be. It just takes out some of the open space. So that is going to be that, and these little lines will be hidden once I color it, so I'm not too worried about it. But they will stand out for a minute while we get everything together. Okay, so I'm not going to color those in just yet because I'm not sure if I want to do them matching my walls or not. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is how I do the walls, and I'm going to do mine with pastel simply because that takes a little less time and it's a little easier to show. Now this is the part where if you wanted to do any kind of wallpaper, you could lay your stencil over it, use different colors, things like that. Totally up to you. I'm going to just use a Q-tip today, and let's use an X-Acto knife, and I think we're gonna go with this pretty green color. We're gonna have a modern kitchen is what I decided. So I'm gonna just put a little of this everywhere. It erases great, so don't worry about if you get it everywhere but where you were trying to. I do that quite a bit. It erases wonderfully. Not worried about the borders. If anyone knows me, I'll probably washi tape it anyway. So I just want a nice even coat. I want it kind of dark. I don't want the paper to show through. Okay, so we're gonna set that back. And these are actually just basic. I got these at Ross's for $3.99. So they are nothing fancy, just basic soft pastels. Okay. So I'm going to pitch it up a little, and then I'm going to just kind of work this in. Now you can use your finger if you're not afraid to get messy. Fingers work great for this type of thing. But I'm trying to keep my hands out of the way so everybody can see what I'm doing. Just want to make sure I get a nice dark for the wall. Now the fun thing about interior design, you can get as wild with it or as simplistic with it as you want. It all depends on what your own style is. Personally, my kitchen right now is not this clean after Thanksgiving, so, but I think after 10 years of living with white walls, I think I would finally. If I were gonna paint my kitchen, I would definitely pick something other than white. So that is where I came up with this idea from. I am tired of white. So just doing it all the way around. Wanting that nice dark green in there. My finger works way better. Sorry if I'm in the way. It's just working way better. Alright, so that's how I'm going to do our walls. And I will go around and clean it up. But I want to make sure I got everything nice and close to the edges. I don't know what color I'm doing my baseboard yet, but alright. So there is that. And then before I go around and clean it up, I'm going to finish my pastel because I don't want to have to come in and erase and then go back and erase and go back and erase some more. So I am going to, ooh, I wonder what color blue I want to use. I'm going to use this dark blue. These sticks are perfect for this. So all I do, and it doesn't even have to be perfect, is I just draw a line down wherever I want my dark to be. Right there along the baseboard, along the cabinet, I want them to look like they are sticking out, right? We want a 3D picture here, somewhat, if we can. Okay, I'm gonna go around this window the same way. Okay, and then I'm gonna turn you a little so I can go across the top here. Okay, so I know that looks a little silly right now, but it will work. So you can either take your finger, that's what I do, try to stay out of the way here. And don't worry about if it's harsh, because we're gonna fix it. We're just gonna blend, blend, blend. I'm not pushing super hard because I don't want to smash it in a line. Now right here you can push hard because that's going to be pretty dark right above the baseboard. But these spots I want to blend. I don't want to make it look like I drew in those shadows. And if we need to come back with our green, we sure can. Definitely have to fix that spot a little. That's what I love about pastels. They're so easy to correct. You kind of just, nobody will ever know unless you do it on a YouTube video that you made a mistake. So, another bonus. Okay, so now I'm gonna clean it up some. And because I got such a narrow area right here, I'm just going to use my regular pencil eraser. I'm not going to use any of the fancy stuff. I want to suck that in a little so it's not out so far. Now is the time. Okay, I don't know what that is yet, so I don't think I want it blue. Okay, and I might take a little off the top right here. Now, if you want, you can put your blue in first and then your green, but I really like how the green tones down the blue, is why I did it this way. It might seem a little repetitive when I come back and put some more green into it, but that's just how I do it. I really like the toned down blue, so, okay, same thing. Fixing some of the lighter areas now that I wanted green, not blue. Okay, taking a clean end of, actually I'm just gonna use my finger. So I can get the depth I want here. Alright, so there's that, and I will probably come back and do some touch-ups here and there as I go. Let's get the cupboards cleaned off so we can get those colored. Okay, so the next step is really up to you. We've got our bases in, we've got our color in. Erase my little sign up here. Okay, oh, I missed a spot on the cupboard. Okay, so if you want wood cupboards, really up to you. I think I am gonna go with a light wood color. So I'm just gonna take a Teo tree marker because I can always come back with pencil and add some texture. And I'm just going to kind of, this is where I'm gonna make my kitchen look more uniform. So I'm gonna draw in some little wood cupboards here. And I'll come back and shade with pencil. My hand's probably in the way again. Sorry. I'm going up and down because that's the texture of the wood on my cupboards would be down. You don't have to be perfect, especially if you're going over with pencil anyway. Just kind of want them one shade darker. Now, just a little side note, once you go over your pastel with marker, whatever you didn't erase, you cannot erase it. The marker like seals it in, so just be aware of that as you're going. I think I'm going to make these the same color down here. Oh, I went a little out of the line. It's alright. We can fix it. We can fix it. I'm gonna do these drawers right here by her lake. Alright. Got those in. It's like building a kitchen, step by step here. Alright, so we got those in. I'll probably do the baseboards a darker brown, but I'm not going to touch them yet because I haven't decided. Now, I think if it were my kitchen, that I'd want something with this little area done. So I'm going to turn you a little bit again. I'm going to grab my ruler after I clean some of my messes here. Sorry about the arm and the water in the background. Daughter's getting a drink. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to line it up on right on the first line. We're not going to use the end of the ruler. We're going to use the first line so we're accurate. We're going to line it up with the little rack they have going. And we're going to mark how thick we want our squares. So I think for these, so they don't match the tile necessarily, that one will be behind her head. Okay. Then we're going to draw the lines down. And these still might be a little big. Okay, so draw one behind her head. Get done, please. We went from getting a drink to we're gonna play in the sink while mommy's busy. She can't hear me, but I can. I got mommy powers. Okay, I'm gonna turn you a little to do the sideway ones, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna kind of right here is the bottom, so I'm going to use it for. Okay, now we're going to draw them across. Actually, kind of going down a little just because I don't want them chopped off. Eyeballing it a little bit. Alright, so here we are putting in our checkered backsplash. I am drawing right over pencil erases. Don't use a heavy hand, you'll be fine. Not draw across. Okay, so for that, I think that looks pretty good. So of course we're going to erase a couple of the lines. The stove here. Alright, so that is that part so far. Now I'm going to take a pen, and I think I'm going to use a regular ballpoint pen because they are fantastic if I can find one to draw in. I think I'm going to go dark blue with that teal. If I knew where my pens were. So I got this cute little case here. To open it up, and it's just got all my favorite pens in it, in all different colors, all different sizes. So this is a Papermate Inkjoy 0.7. Always test it on a different paper, especially if it's new, because you don't want any ink spots on your paper. Okay, I'm gonna try to hold you straight so you can see. Just going right over the pencil line. If you plan to go in and erase your pencil lines, please make sure your ink is dry all the way, because I've done that. Then you'll have a smear. Smears are hard to fix. These pens are really meant to go up and down, not side to side, so it's really kind of hard to not have my hand in the way here. Making sure I'm not drawing over the spoons, even though they will probably be black anyway. If you don't have a steady hand drawing a straight line, use your ruler. Make sure I'm still on camera here. I got a habit of trying to pull this page close to me and doing the fine details here. Okay. Just like a gel pen, you don't want to touch the other wet spots with your hand either. Turn it down, please. Paisley, plug your headphones in. Thank you. Alright, I am going to make these a little thicker. Hopefully, not ruining it too much here. That is way thick. That's alright. We'll match it. All these are going to match, and I forgot a line right here. So the spoon covers that one a little. If you wanted, you could go down the side of it. Thinks I did thicker lines just to kind of make them stand out a little. Okay. Forgot my side pieces right here. You got it, baby? Is it working? Give me 1 second. All right, then I'm going to make sure that is dry. Actually, while that dries, I'm going to take a different color. And I'm going to take the prettiest blue I can find. I'm going to just add my fabric lines in right here. Add a little. Now I know it looks silly. It will blend out with the next marker. Just try and get some details added in. So I'm going to add some dark there. Turn you a little. Okay. So I'm going to have blue curtains. Probably will have blue squares on my floor. I'm going to leave that marker out so I know what colors I used. I'm going to leave a couple spots for a lighter blue, but not very many. Just kind of like highlight spots. That one right there will be perfect for a highlight. Okay, you're going to hear a little bit of noise when my daughter gets her tablet plugged back in. Okay. Then I'm going to pick one more lighter blue. And I don't see the blue I want. It is definitely time to stock up on the alcohol markers again. I just burned through them. Okay, we're going to take this and we're going to hope that this works. Okay, so this is a fine point, but we're going to hope it blends real well. Sure, I'm still recording here, and then I'm on camera, hand out of the way. I want to make sure I hit this top line too. I want it all to blend. I don't want any kind of rough spots. It's supposed to be fabric. Now, if you're not getting the highlight you want, you take a white pencil and you tap it a little bit and it'll be perfect. Okay, I'm gonna hit this highlight spot right here. This is a little, I know it takes a little bit with this fine point. I'm almost there. Wait till I'm done, please. Here I thought I would be able to sneak this. Okay. Thought I'd be able to sneak this video in. Everybody was quiet. Having a nice little lunch break. Okay, so there's my blue curtain. I might do something more with it. We'll see. I'm going to take this green Sharpie. I'm going to turn you a little. And I'm going to do every other square here. Okay. We're just filling these in. Make sure they are nice and filled in, no streaks. I want them to look like nice shiny tiles. Alright, I think I got them all correctly. Hopefully. Okay, I'm going to leave those white for now. I don't know if I want to fill them in with something else. Kind of like the white. I forgot my windowsill. I'm going to match my windowsill with my cupboards. It'll look a little different when I get the shading on there, so I'm not worried about that. Alright, so just filling in the window. Even streaks here. Not coloring the cute little vase. So your window is your choice if you want to add something outside or if you want to color it blue, yellow, whatever. Really, everything works. I'm gonna take my fine liner now. And I'm gonna color this rack. And this is just a Bic intensity. I might have to swap it out. It is not my favorite. I am going to make these handles just a little bigger so they stand out a little. I will come back with a white pen and add some of the details back into this. Alright. One sec. I'm not sure if that... Okay. I don't know if that phone call interrupted or not. But... Alright, so... got those filled in, got that filled in. thinking of pulling my Artezas for the cupboards. Maybe I'll just use a pencil. Okay, this is just a Prismacolor. Very light, repeated strokes. Do not just come in and draw a dark line down your cupboards. Will not look the same. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing over here with this window. Going to add a little bit of shadow. Nice and dark. That in. Okay. There's my window. And I'm just following the artist's lines, not adding anything extra. Just adding a little depth here. Alright, so there is that. That is already making it look 100 times better. Alright. Finishing up the little bits of the oven here. I want it to stand out a little and pull some of the other colors together so the black isn't too dark. So that's how we're going to do that. I'm going to leave a little gap in the handle right there. Highlight. Highlights are important. Okay, and I'm just going to come up and I'm going to pull this little piece out a little ways away from the wall here. Same with this side. Okay, so I am going to stop here. And if you want to see it finished or a part 2 or anything like that, then comment part 2 down below and I will know that this is something you are into. And that helps me create content and kind of decide where to go from there. Because the floor will be a little repetitive and take a little bit to get done. I could always do it off screen. In between her pants here. Now this will not stay this dark. I am going to lighten it up and add some other things to it. I'm just going to get that base color down. I am big on basing things first. So, if this is something you are interested in, please let me know. Part 2 or anything like that will let me know. If not, I will finish it off camera and get it posted to my Instagram and whatnot. And hopefully you'll be able to see it there. I'm going to add knobs. Hey, thank you for watching. If you stuck with me, I appreciate it. And I hope to see you next video.